Hey, how's it going? So I got my RuneScape account back. If you don't know what I'm talking about, I'd suggest you check out the other video in this series. This is part 2. I'll have the first one in the description below. It should be the final video about this as well. To summarize it quickly, my RuneScape account got reset and then restored from a backup, and it took about 32 days. If you want the details, check out the video in the description below. So I got the account back. It was mostly fine. We're going to be checking out what was done to it today. I started off by checking old school. Nothing should have really changed on old school because it wasn't affected at all. I was locked out of old school as well, but nothing should have changed, so I just wanted to make sure. And sure enough, I was exactly where I'd logged off the last time. Nothing was gone either, so we're all good. It said 32 days offline, so that's interesting. Logged on to RuneScape 3. It said 62 days offline because I guess the previous backup they had of the account was 62 days ago, which checks out with what they said because they were saying the backups were from February. Started off with checking out my keepsake keys, all that's fine, loyalty points and rune coins are fine. My cash pile seemed a little bit low, but I recall putting in some offers in the Grand Exchange, so that's probably where that cash was. Bonds in the currency pouch are good. I checked my farm, my storm barn was fine, all the pens were fine. I didn't touch player-owned farms between February and March though, so none of those should have been affected, and they weren't either. I had everything as it was. As far as I could tell, all of my animals were still banked or in the storm barn or in the pens. I went through Diango and my house, everything seemed fine there, but obviously my Diango has hundreds of items, so there's no way I could remember if a random thing disappeared, but I hope not. I checked a few of my rare cosmetics, like the RuneFest items, to make sure they were there, and they were. Pets, overrides, animations, everything looked fine. My weapon perks seemed fine, but again, I haven't perked anything between February and March, so that didn't affect me either. The main people who lost invention stuff and farm animals, they'd been interacting with those things and getting perks. I believe they were refunded with components in certain instances. I'm not entirely sure. You'd have to look into someone who actually had that happen to them. I saw something on Reddit about dungeoneering items being gone as well, and one guy got gifted them into his bank outside of dungeoneering. Kind of hilarious because when he tried equipping them, they all disappeared again and he had to send in another ticket. I feel for them, but it was still funny. I was gifted 8,000 spring tokens for the Easter event, plus 1,200 from community rewards, and that was enough to get the outfit and the title. All my stats and experience looks good. During February's double XP weekend, I got some 120s, so that was all good, that was there. I didn't have the April Fool's balloon pet, but Demon Hedge, a friend of mine, told me that the event was still going on in Draenor, so I just headed over there and grabbed that. But my Grand Exchange offers were empty. The cash wasn't in my bank either, so I sent in a ticket to them. Well, I tried sending in a ticket to them. That's a good start. Tried again the next day and it worked. I lost about 105 mil in Grand Exchange offers. I also sent in about the balloon pet because I didn't know it was extended when I sent in the ticket. I didn't want to make this video as soon as I got the account back because I wanted to give them some time to actually fix the broken stuff. And sure enough, about a week later I got the stuff gifted to my account. 105 mil cash and a balloon pet. I had to send in another ticket though because once I finished a yak track and tried upgrading to the premium pass, I got an error message and one of my bonds got used up. I tried upgrading again and it used 2 bonds. So I spent 3 bonds instead of 2 upgrading to the Yak Track pass. That ticket's been going for like 2 weeks now, and I just got a message while recording this saying that they're looking into it now. I was on wave 3 of our account recoveries, so I got my account back on Monday the 6th of April. So what does Jagex feel like a month of gameplay compensation is like? Well, let's look into that. Yeah, I heard some of you in the previous video, you didn't check out the compensation package. I wanted to make sure that the package wasn't changed when I made the video, and then like the week afterwards, they'd been like, oh yeah, we're upgrading the package. Disclaimer, they didn't change anything, but I just wanted to make sure. So in the news posts about this, they said we were getting 2 months of membership, though that month started, I guess, on the 18th of March when we couldn't log in. So really, they gave us a month and a half of membership, which is more than I was expecting, to be honest. All I really wanted them to do was cover the membership days I lost, and then maybe give me a month of membership, just like to say sorry about it. And they did that, so we're cool. Well, wait. Correction. They did it after I asked about it, because I only actually got 12 days of membership when I logged in the first time, and I was like, this doesn't look right. So in my ticket, I said I only got 12 days of membership, and they gifted me an extra month of membership. So I got a month and 12 days of membership, minus the 4 days I lost. So yeah, I got like a month and 8 days of membership for free. And that's fine. That's what I kind of was expecting to get out of this. Like, obviously they're not gonna go overboard and give us tons of free experience. Sure, people log in for dailies and stuff like that, but I get that it sucks not getting your daily stuff. But we were always going to get the short end of the stick here. We were locked out for a month. They're not going to give you 20 million experience just because you didn't log in for dailies, you know? That's unrealistic. They did give us some experience stuff though. They gave us 10 hours of double experience. That's valued at different things to everyone depending on what you're doing, so I'm not going to list that as any like experience thing. But assuming you have 99 in skills, the other rewards were worth about 3.3 million experience total, and then 2 million coins in portable skill stations. I'll have the breakdown on the screen, I'm not going to read it all. Very rough estimates as well, you can probably get more overall. Keep in mind, this is the raw experience, and the 2 to 10% buff will get you more over time. I just haven't included that because it varies a lot. We did get some cosmetics though, and I felt like I should show off what we got. And I know, if I didn't get these things and I cared about cosmetics a lot, I would be a little bit upset about it because it's not your fault that you couldn't get these things, right? There's been a lot of shit on Reddit about it. I've been seeing it. If it was up to me, we would have only gotten some membership. But it is what it is. So everyone that got locked out got the returned title, kind of fitting, to be honest. 1% would have been cool too. We got some Disc of Returning cosmetics for range, main, and offhand, the Cloak of Returning as a cosmetic override, and a physical item called Disc of Returning. It's untradeable, and it has a teleport option on it. It's a reference to the one from, like, I don't even know when it came out, 2001, 2002 Disc of Returning. That one's tradable, but I don't think it has a teleport option anymore. History lesson time! You could buy these from a dwarf in the Dwarven Mines and teleport into a completely pitch black area. There might have been stars there as well, I can't remember. This is where anyone who broke the rules in the past got sent, and their accounts were stuck there. It was basically jail. You got sent into the abyss. The only way to get in and out was to use these Discs of Returning. Obviously, you couldn't get them inside of the abyss, but if you wanted to go in and look at the rule breakers, you could buy one, teleport in, and be like, I think there was an instance of someone getting tricked into trading their disc to someone and a rule breaker getting out and getting like a normal person stuck in there. I remember reading that somewhere. So much like that Disc of Returning, this one also teleports you into some kind of abyss. There's not really anything to note in here. Your character just kind of makes a comment about it and then gets teleported out again. You can't run around or anything, I've tried. It's kind of like a cutscene almost. There was this weird shape in the distance though. I tried examining it. All it said was, you really don't want to touch this. Very strange. What's cool though is it carries over the skybox, so you can teleport in and get a full view of the entire skybox, pretty much. Doesn't serve much purpose other than that though, it teleports you back to where you were afterwards. A cool little thing, I don't know. I'm sure there's gonna be some people in the comments who are gonna be mad about the compensation package. All I really have to say about it is they gave us some membership time, and it's only numbers. It really doesn't matter at the end of the day. It sucks a little bit, sure, but I think you will survive. We could have gotten more, we could have gotten less. But anyway, thank you for watching the video. I hope you enjoyed. If you still haven't watched the previous one, I'd recommend doing that because that one kind of goes into detail about why the accounts were locked. They never really told us exactly what happened, but the theory crafting and the information they gave us is in the previous video. As for me, I'm just happy to be back in game with my account. Means I can start uploading RuneScape content again, so I'm excited for that. Question to everyone watching, you can leave your answers below. What did you feel about the compensation package? Because Reddit didn't quite like it, so I'd like to hear what you guys think. Doesn't matter if you were affected or not, leave your thoughts below. And I'll see you in the next video.